Hello, I'm Brian Tracy. Over the last 30 years, I've spoken to more than 5 million people in 60 countries. And the subject that came up over and over again is how do people get over things in their past that have hurt them and made them angry and frustrated and get on with the rest of their lives. So I sat down and I wrote this book, Kiss That Frog. And the whole purpose of the book is to give you some of the most beautiful ideas that you can use to let go of anything that has ever hurt you in the past. Let go of all your negativity, let go of all your previous unhappiness, and liberate your personality completely. And that's what the book is about. Now, Barrett Kohler and I published a book a few years ago called Eat That Frog, which has now sold more than 3 million copies in 38 countries worldwide. And we got together and we said, we could take this idea, which is a whole new idea, and we could take the frog idea and call it Kiss That Frog. The story is the story of the princess and the frog, where the princess goes out into the woods and the frog comes up and says, kiss me and I'll turn into a prince. You know, the old saying, you have to kiss a lot of horny toads before you meet the handsome prince. Well, sometimes you have to kiss a lot of ugly frogs before you meet the handsome prince in your own life. So that's where we took it, and we used that, and that's just in the introduction. And from then on, we said, what are these ugly frogs that hold people back, that requires courage for you to deal with in a warm and honest way? So what inspired me to write it was, in my own past, I had problems in my childhood and problems growing up. And I've now worked, as I say, with millions of people, and I've been absolutely astonished how many people are still being held back because there's something in their past that they can't let go of. And I find that this is an ongoing thing. We feel blame, we feel anger, we feel guilt, and so on. So I put these best ideas ever discovered in 100 years of psychology together in a simple series of steps that you can take to literally unplug all your negative emotions. Now, the reason I'm qualified to write this is because I've studied this subject for maybe 150,000 hours over 50 years. I have practiced this on my children. I have taught it to millions of people. And I can tell you this, people say to me all the time, Brian, you changed my life. Mr. Tracy, you changed my life. You changed my life. And I said, it was that part of my seminar, wasn't it? They say, how did you know that? Because that's what changes people's lives. The fact is, the only thing that stands between you and a fabulous life are negative emotions. If you could eliminate your negative emotions, you would have a wonderful life. You'd be happier, you'd have more energy, you'd be more vibrant. Most psychosomatic illnesses are caused by psycho, the mind, making soma, the body, sick. And when you have negativity, the negativity manifests itself in physical signs and physical symptoms. So when you read this book, you'll learn how to eliminate negative emotions completely. And you'll learn how to bounce back and be resilient in the face of any setbacks or difficulties you have for the rest of your life. It's really quite extraordinary. Let me give you an example. One of my seminar attendees, after I explained this subject, especially we talked about forgiveness, went to his father's house that night. He was 35 years old. Went to his parents' home, and he was still mad. He was still angry about something that his father had done to him when he was 15. And so he went home, and his father was there. Father was a gruff working guy. And he said, Dad, I just want you to know I forgive you for what you did to me back when I was 15. And the father said, I don't know what you're talking about. I never did anything from you to require any forgiveness from you at all. And he was just shocked. He had been walking around for 20 years angry about what his father did, and his father never even remembered that he did it. As far as his father was concerned, it never even happened. And he walked away. He walked down the aisleway, down the lane, back to his car, and he says he was absolutely shocked. He'd been making himself miserable for years. His father never even knew he did it. Here's the point. What we show you is proven in professional ways, practical, simple, warm, easy ways to just release. Just to get over it and get on with it. To get over all the negativities in your past, to forgive, to forget, to let them go, to use your mind to neutralize them so they have no negative emotions at all, so you can get on to the wonderful life that you were meant to live. If this is what you want, get Kiss That Frog. Read it. You will love it, and it will change your life.